Oh yeah.
I love me some shrimp.
Shouts out to the Leafs and the Panthers.
Yeah. I don't even. We might have to make like a other sports that aren't racing segment.
At least for the NHL playoffs. Anyway, I'm Slap Shoes. That's Caleb. That
Are you taking my job? What is this?
Dead.
Yeah.
And Cody has immediately messed up my overlay.
Yeah, there it is.
Is this
He's
correct?
back.
Oh, this is correct. All right, cool. Hello.
Fantastic.
Welcome to Shrimp Hours
I'll eat
number.
after the podcast.
What? Did he was that a sneeze?
No, I honestly slipped and fell. We're off to a
One
valiant
for the
start.
video
All
listeners.
right, all right. Boot up the stream because we're going. We've been live for about a minute now.
Episode 42?
42.
42. Good number.
42 for
42.
Kyle.
Petty Blue.
Kyle Petty.
Oh, speaking of which, I actually forgot to bring that up for that other segment. I should probably do that.
Oh no.
What are we doing?
What we doing?
We're doing pretty good. Now, I got hernia
Hanging
surgery coming up.
Oh yeah.
Praying for your
Oh yeah,
slap.
it's May. How close you get? How close is that? Slap's
Friday.
hernia update. Oh, cool.
Slaps hernia update.
Can we get you to like Caleb McDonald update style, like take videos at the spot?
Oh,
Yeah.
they told me I'm not allowed to bring a phone into the OR.
Really? What are they gonna do to you in there?
I wanted to like live stream myself like passing out from the laughing gas.
That would be pretty fucking hilarious.
Because
I don't think I'll film that.
last time I like had any sort of like surgery done was getting my wisdom teeth removed. I was 15, and I remember
15? You got him
Yeah.
out? Damn.
Yeah, because I had like some that were coming in all fucked up, and another set were coming in like I think the ones up top were coming in like a third set of teeth, and they were just like, look, we're gonna get those teeth out of the way, but the other ones are gonna be fucked up. We're gonna remove your wisdom teeth and just let those like that third set come in. I remember they like gave me the laughing gas. Take a deep breath, count backwards from 100. I got all the way down to like 77, and they're like, "You're still here?" I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "All right," and they
Crank it
fucking
up.
cranked it up.
Yeah.
They cranked it up. Like, how you feeling now? I was like, I'm feeling pretty good. And I remember like
Yeah.
the ceiling like started melting, and the nurse like bumped into me, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, Dude, I'm just like out of it. She's like, "Okay, so you're good now." I was like, "Yeah," and I was like out.
Wait till you get a colonoscopy and you're trying to fight it, because it's like once you're out, it's like, oh no.
Putting cameras up here.
I had a endoscopy for an erosion in my esophagus when I was 24, and I just like woke up and they're just like, "Yeah, you're good now," and my dad like carted me out of there because I had not eaten in a week.
Is that from like acid reflux or something?
No, I had a tension headache. First and only time I ever had a tension headache, and they gave me some medication, and apparently I didn't drink enough water with it, and that the acidity of the pill that they were giving me like eroded part of my esophagus, and I couldn't keep any food down.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so my dad like literally fucking quit his job to like look over me to see if I was okay. Well, he didn't like quit his job, but he like asked for like 2 weeks emergency paid leave. And because because the Obamacare thing had just passed, so I was still under his healthcare insurance thing for like the next year.
You were 24 when Obamacare passed?
No, it had passed like a couple years before, but it was like relatively recent. And
I was about to say, because I was 6 when that shit dropped.
that had like just happened not too long ago. So my dad was like, you know what, I'm gonna get emergency paid leave, and I'm just gonna sit here with you at the house. And my dad actually, if you ever have any trouble keeping down food, cream of wheat is like the perfect food. Like it just sits in your stomach. It's got pretty decent calories, and it doesn't upset your stomach at all, and it just sits there and you don't throw it up. And that was like the only thing I could have, and I think I ate probably 800 calories of cream of wheat over the course of like a week before I got seen, and they were like, "Yeah, you have an erosion in your esophagus. Take this. Drink lots of water this time, you stupid fuck." And I was like, "All right, fine."
Not gonna lie, I want to continue this conversation of cream of wheat, but I'm also distracted by Caleb's dog right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
being a
I'm sorry.
cutie.
Yeah, cream of wheat with like a little dash of sugar in it. Like even to this day, I
Oh,
like
it's
go
so
back
good,
to that.
yeah.
It's
You
actually
got to
pretty
get the
good.
cinnamon flavor. The cinnamon flavor is just
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah,
a little
cinnamon
pinch
sugar.
of cinnamon
Yeah,
and sugar. It's so fucking good.
Yeah,
Brown
yeah,
sugar,
that shit-
especially.
Haven't had
Yeah.
that in a while.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the dog. She's all up in the smart food.
That's a good. It's a
Sorry,
good
Mom.
addition. It's a good addition to Slap's almost dying story.
I was about to say fucking Slap's crazy ass medical moments in history.
Slap's got that dog in him.
We almost did not have slap shoes as a person
Anything,
because of fucked up tension headache medicine.
Dude, it's so crazy. Like my first ever surgery was also my wisdom teeth. And like anesthesia, I thought it was gonna take a minute to kick in, but I
Nah, you're
remember like
done.
yeah, no, I remember because my like they were like, oh, we can't switch you until the doc comes in, and the doc walked in and fucking like flipped the switch on it, and I remember like within like 10 seconds, I was like, oh shit, this shit like works. I remember like my last thought going out was like damn, that happened fast, and I don't remember anything after that until after the surgery.
Yeah, because of like the hernia thing, like every healthcare provider's been asking me like, oh, have you had surgery? What are surgeries you've had? It's like, oh, does wisdom teeth count? And they're like, no. Anything else we need to know about? Like, not in the last 30 years. And they're like, you're 32. How what do you mean not in the last 30 years? Like, oh, I had a blockage in my intestines when I was born, and I couldn't keep food down for the first 28 days I was alive. And they're like, oh, well, I guess it doesn't count. You know, that was a long time ago. I got the scar to prove it still.
Damn.
Still.
Damn.
Yeah,
Holy
dude, they had
shit.
to like cut me in half. Like this is like fucking legit.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
damn.
Damn, he's got receipts.
Yeah,
I got some scars I'll show you guys.
so
Let's do a scar
they at the
comparison.
time they could not find it with an
Damn.
ultrasound, so they literally cut me in half to try to figure out where this was, and the doctor
Damn.
gave me an 80% chance of survival.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Slap's crazy,
So
crazy.
once
ass
again,
moments
I
in medical
cheat
history.
death. I am immortal. No one can keep me down.
Slap is inevitable.
I am inevitable.
That's gnarly.
I don't
This
know
is
if
why he
anybody's-
doesn't
anybody's.
wash his hands. He's like,
Yeah, he's cheated death already.
That's because my immune system gets a lot of fucking practice.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but I don't know where they're at now, but like if you ever see me in person, I have just like a few scars across like the bottom of my face. I think they're more on my chin now. I have no fucking clue where they are. But when I was like 3 months old, I think 3 or 4 months old, I was a baby.
Baby boy.
But my dad let me crawl out on the floor like unsupervised for a
Oh,
bit.
Jesus.
And
Uh-oh.
I got up into the dog food, and my dog was not having it. And she like bit me across the face.
Oh,
And I think as like
no.
a 4-month-old,
Oh,
I
shit.
had 18 stitches across my face from
Oh
like
my-
here all the way up to here.
That happened to my
God.
cousin. That happened to my
Jesus.
cousin. Very similar thing.
Yeah, so I've had scars like across like they've moved down as I've gotten older. Like that skin has moved down and I've grown.
It's starting to droop.
That's
a little bit.
interesting.
Yeah,
I
so like
never noticed
yeah.
for what it's worth. Never noticed.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Look at the baby
if,
face.
if you pay attention to it, they're somewhere along here now.
I mean, I thought I fell on the hearth when I was like 7 years old. I had like I just had 2 stitches like across here. You can still see them, but yeah, I thought that was pretty extreme. But yeah, dog biting your face off is that you win that one.
Yeah,
Damn,
I don't
Maul.
even know like.
Does anyone else have any major childhood surgery
Yeah, you
stories?
can-
Because
you
I
can see
do.
it right here.
Really?
Well, let's hear it.
don't.
Let's make
I
the
was,
round.
Yeah.
I was born with a fairly rare condition. It's weird. Both me and my sister had it, but it's not genetic whatsoever. It's if I remember correctly, it's called pectus excavatum is the scientific medical
The
term.
fucking Harry
fucking-
Potter spell is
Harry
that?
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's all Latin.
You're right,
Like
that
all
does sound
medical
exactly like it.
terminology is Latin. So
Yeah.
man, like, that
But,
tracks.
But basically in short, your sternum is kind of born like concaved in. And your chest is kind of almost like sunken in. So they basically had to cut me open as a 4-year-old, my chest, basically crack my sternum and pop it back up. And with a steel bar I had in like my
Oh, that's
chest
that
for,
shit
like,
that Steven Crowder got.
6
Steven
months, 6
Crowder, yeah,
months.
Steven Crowder.
Yeah.
I'll
So he got
show my
he got
fat gut.
titanium because he had the excellent
Right here's my
healthcare.
scar.
Oh
right?
my god.
Damn.
Yeah, Steven
Damn.
Crowder had the Cadillac plan. He's got the titanium bar.
So yeah.
So is that
it's,
still there? Or do they take the bar
No,
out?
they about like a year later they had us once it was like all healed on its own and like stable. They had another
They, like,
surgery to
slide it
remove the
out?
bar. My mom still has that fucking steel bar somewhere. I'll fucking
What?
bring that on the I'll bring that
my
on the
God.
podcast. Yeah, she has as like a memento.
That's kind of
Also-
cool.
Also a side note, completely
Dude, my mom still has my wisdom teeth, dude. They're fucking gnarly.
They let you
Oh.
keep them?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Oh.
Dude, the fucking roots like go like
Yes.
this and
I
they
have
take a
them somewhere,
90-degree
too.
turn. And I was like, oh, I can
Oh.
see why you had to medically extract that. That was
What
gonna
the fuck?
fucking kill
I
me.
wanted to keep mine, and they fucking
No.
Oh damn, Rusty's got.
That was
I
probably the
remember
generation
when I
between
first
it
came
being
to,
okay to
my
keep 'em
grandma
and
was like, "Hey, do you want to
not
see your
sick to
wisdom
do
teeth?"
so.
And she like took them out of the manila like envelope they had them in.
Yes,
She like looked
yes.
at them. She's like, "Actually, you don't want to see those right now."
Damn.
Yeah, so like right after I got my surgery, I apparently in my inebriated state, I started crying because I
Show me
wanted
the
to see the
teeth.
wisdom teeth. Yeah, and my girlfriend lied to me, and she was like, "Yeah, I have them. I'll show you when you're good." And then I was good, and I was like, "You have my wisdom teeth?" And she was like, "Nah." She was like, "Fuck no."
Yeah, my grandma was like super chill about it, but my mom thought I was in like extreme pain when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. She's like, "Oh, you must be in so much pain. Like, the doctor prescribed you Lortab. Do you want that?" And I was like, "I mean, if you say so, if you think I need it, I wasn't in any pain whatsoever. But you know, I'm like kind of like half still knocked out." And she like gives me a Lortab. That mixed with the anesthesia still in my system, immediately, bleh, just like
Oh.
vomit up. My mom's like, you really need this. You got to try it again. I like threw up again.
Oh
And
my
then my mom
God.
tried to give it to me a third time. Like, no, mom, I'm good. I promise. I had like these like paper towels like stuffed in my mouth
Yeah.
to like stop the bleeding. I literally jerked those out. I was like, Mom, I'm fine, and put them back in.
Yeah.
And by like 9 o'clock that night, I was up and walking around. I remember 3 days later, I had a youth basketball game, and I went into that game and I played center and I scored 4 points, and then I was like exhausted after the first half. I told my dad, who was the coach, I was like, I gotta sit out. I'm exhausted. He's like, all right, yeah, I understand it. I remember my dad was like, you don't have to play. I was like, oh no, I feel good. I feel great. Yeah, I felt great for the first half. Then I was like, out. I was done after that.
Damn, I got like
LeBron could never.
I got the most boring wisdom teeth story
Maybe 4
ever.
points inside the paint.
They just popped mine out and then I was good like that day. I think I took like one Advil and then I was great.
They gave me a Valium like right before you go in to tab before they give you like the laughing gas, and it got me really stoned. That's all I remember.
Dude, my fucking roommate, he had his wisdom teeth removed. He was out of school for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It fucked him up.
Damn.
I guess it depends how fucked up your teeth are, because mine, they said, weren't that bad, so it wasn't like a big problem to take them out.
Yeah,
I think only one of them was like bad, and the rest of them they're just like, yeah, we'll just take them out.
I had my bottom
Right.
teeth were fucked up, but my top teeth were just going to come in like a third set.
Yeah, I was.
I just got the old teeth out of the way.
Yeah, my top were going in like sideways,
Ugh.
and then my bottom were okay. So yeah, my top, I still have like the thing where I can feel where they were because they were going in so fucked up.
I just remember the doctor being like, okay, so one of them's pretty bad, another one's like, okay, but we're just going to take them all out. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I kind of want those. And he's like, nah, we're taking them all. Like, okay.
I wish we had the
earlier.
file prep, but Caleb cut an interview after his surgery, and he's kind of taking his questions. And at the end, they're like, "Anything like you want to say before we go?" Caleb's like, he's like completely like bandaged, so he's all just swollen. And the last thing he says, he looks like he's dead. He's like, "Fuck, Rusty."
We'll have to prep a safer work cut for the following episode.
Dude, no, yeah. So my girlfriend, I apparently was like, I miss the shrimps, like in my
Aw.
high state. Yeah, I was apparently like moping, and I got her, I convinced her to record a bit for me, and it was a setup. It was a setup from the start. Like as soon as she cut it, I was like, I love the shrimps, like all of them. I miss you. And then she was like, anything else? Fuck Rusty.
You got a big pop on me. I enjoyed it.
That was legendary.
I'll
great.
tell
Went on the Hall of
I'll tell
Fame
my
immediately.
stepmom who's taking me to surgery, like, hey, get my phone ready when I come to, and ask me what I think of the shrimps, and I'll record it.
For the podcast, for the content.
Content, baby.
A real quick side note before I forget, relating to me and my sister having related, similar childhood ailments. I don't know if I should even tell this story. Oh, fuck it. It was like 20 years ago. My parents are great parents otherwise. They made the mistake, not once, but twice. It happened with my older sister first and then me when we were about a year old in the walker age. Like when you're like starting to learn how to walk. Like those little walkers. You know what a walker is. Like for a, they made the mistake of leaving the basement stair door open.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And both she, my older sister at that age, and then me later on, took a tumble down said flight of stairs.
Trouble.
So if I ever seem a little off, maybe that might explain it.
Hey, my parents left me unsupervised by a hotel swimming pool one time, and at 5 years old, I took a nice little swim in the deep end. Shouts out to my dad, who was reading a book and like immediately threw it down and like dove in and got my ass.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Legend.
All right.
Yes, Dad, I owe you twice.
Do we want to start the podcast now?
No.
Yeah.
That's like a 30-minute tangent that got started talking about Slap's hernia surgery.
16.
I mean, that's good content,
It is good content.
Surgery hour.
That's what the podcast should be more of, just that
The shrimp surgery segment.
shit.
All right. I want to start with our NASCAR sucks segment. Did anyone watch the
showing our
Xfinity
massive
race? Because
scars.
I didn't.
Nope.
I did not watch the Xfinity race. No.
All right. Shout out to Ryan Truex.
Hey, Truex brothers swept. Let's go.
Yeah, it's true. We actually watched a lot of the Cup race together. Monday Cup races, based. Big fan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Noon.
Dude,
Ross Chastain is dumb. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's glove.
yeah. Shout out to running over fucking Brennan Poole.
Yeah, Brennan Poole and a Rick Ware car. Like, why, dude?
Remember Gateway last year when he just pissed off so many drivers? There was that one lap down the backstretch where like 3 separate dudes just took a swipe at him.
Dude, Brennan Poole needs to like get with Kyle Larson. Like, hey man, let's just fucking jump him.
Dude, I loved that Brendan Poole interview. He was like, he needs to get his ass beat or whatever he said.
Yeah.
Because Chastain raced against Brendan Poole in the Xfinity series for years and years. And like, I think Brendan Poole's probably like, you know what, this Cup stardom thing has gotten to your fucking head. And like, me and Kyle Larson need to like take you out back with some lead pipes, like beat your ass.
Jesus.
Tanya Harding stuff.
Why?
Oh, there's a reference right there the kids won't get.
Yeah, that's a 90s reference.
I gotta say, Cup race actually pretty good. I watched the second half, and it felt like an actual race.
An actual
Like there
Cup
were
race.
differing strategies. There were guys coming and going at the front. There were passes for the lead. It got strung out, but the lead battle was still there.
Until
Some kids are
Yeah,
like,
and
oh,
then-
this package sucks. Oh, there was like only 10 cars, 9 cars on the lead lap. Like, yeah, that's every Dover race ever.
Yeah.
Go back and look. 2006,
Yeah.
2010, 1990, Harry Gant, 1991, laps the field. I think there was like 10 cars that finished the race. I think there was like Harry Gant was the only guy on the lead lap, you know, and that's just the way Dover is. And that was 500 laps, and that took 4 hours, 45 minutes to get done. Yeah, that's what Dover is. It's a fucking grindhouse, and you got to go in there and go like this. The track is fuck Darlington. Dover is where cars go to die. Okay, like
Joey
that
Logano,
Dover separates
apparently.
the men from the boys.
Man, we were setting up for such an exciting finish too, and then
Yeah.
his motor just
Yeah,
shit
we were
the bed.
literally
That
talking about like wait until somebody fucks it, and there goes
Someone
Joey
said with
Logano.
13 to go, and then with 14 to go, it was.
Yeah, like Caleb's like, oh, watch somebody, I'll watch some back marker fuck it, and then like. And then
Joey
Joey
Logano.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not a back marker, but I will do my part here.
Two-time
Just-
reigning champ.
Oh, that shit,
I
yeah.
love the cut from the main broadcast. It's just out of nowhere, like, oh my god!
No, yeah. I noticed that too. Actually, was like the camera. It was something about the camera angle where,
Yeah, dude.
like, it gave me like a mid 2000s vibe because I feel like every time they would cut to a wreck in the mid 2000s is.
Oh.
He's dead.
Trouble.
He's dead.
That's the internet.
They got him. They got
NASCAR
his
killed
ass.
his ass. They found him.
It's like midpoint.
Oh, is he
dead?
back?
Oh, he's back. Oh,
he's back.
He's back.
He's so back.
My
We're so back.
internet's fucking it.
That's
Yeah, we can tell.
unfortunate.
All right, you were saying.
Oh, I was just saying, like when I saw Logano, I was like, oh my god, he's dead. Just gave me that same feeling.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
all
like
right.
back in the day when Mike Joy would be like, "Oh, Trouble turned 2," and you'd be like, "Oh shit!"
Oh,
You just say it before the camera even like went to it, and like you just knew like some shit had gone down.
Shout out to Ty Dillon also not holding his brakes in that early wreck, and what could have been a simple spin, he just demolished the back of his car into that inside
I
wall.
think he
I
tried to
didn't see
kill
that.
himself.
Shout out.
I mean,
all
he
right.
was racing for Spire.
I want to roll into some drip or drown real quick.
All right,
Because
drippy.
I want to start with some Dover stuff, and then some Darlington throwbacks have been announced, so I want to like start getting to those.
All right, drip
um,
me, Daddy
cool.
Dab.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna-
drown you first because Kyle Busch was running this horrible Lenovo car. I just wanted
No,
to put that
that's
out
how
there.
they all look.
Those like Ross
Yeah, I know,
Chastain's
and they
used
look
car.
horrible. I talked about
I like
this
that
Ryan
car.
Blaney Wabash car preseason where they just had the diecast.
Wabash.
I said what I said with when they had just the diecast render, and it didn't look that good, and I was like, this is gonna be hot on track, and I was right. It's fucking hot on track.
It is hot.
It's cool.
I
Gradient's
love the
perfect.
yellow highlights
That-
match the Goodyear.
Yeah, drip. This is a drip.
Mm.
McDowell was driving an A&W car. I
They
guess
still have
A&W is
A&W?
still spawned. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. It's like A&W is still on front row, and they had those like the like root beer looking cars on the Gen 6 when they had A&W, but this looks more like the old COT with just the one swoosh on the side.
Yeah.
Like classic front row. I think that's kind of cool. Not a good looking car, but you know, it's kind of cool.
I
It
like how the
looks like the old
swoosh
ones.
like gets the number inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Makes use of it.
recorder's pretty bad, but other than
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need a bigger logo. Yeah.
It's moist.
Icy Hot is
that
on
sucks.
the Stenhouse car this week.
Not good.
Absolute drown. This is really bad. I like they just kind
I
of like
like-
threw the product on the quarter panel.
Dude, I really like the functionality of the jack post highlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kroger hood, like being a different color too.
At least they finally put the side logo like above the Kroger logo on the hood. Okay, Xfinity. Greg Galding ran a plain white car with a Manscaped hood. I just like how this just looks like a back marker. Shout out to Greg Galding in the 08.
Were they actually sponsored by Manscaped, or was that the only hood they could find?
They stole it.
It's
a good
a
question.
plain white car with just a black hood that says Manscaped on it and green numbers. Kind of funny.
I like the tear offs are also green.
Yeah, on the windshield and on the tape on the grill. That's what that's called. Anthony
The
Alfredo got a pasta sponsor, which is
Hell
incredibly
yeah.
based. Botticelli.
That car looks
is now
hot.
sponsoring
Dude, that's a
it.
great car.
Yeah, this is a lefty one. It's
Yeah.
great.
Sick. It's pretty sick.
It really pops.
Alfredo and pasta, sign me the fuck up.
Fast
So yeah,
fast.
shout out to Alfredo. That's just it's right. Also, shout out to this Goodyear with 2 outlines. I don't know if
That
they'll be
looks
too
cool,
happy about
actually.
that. Goodyear
It makes
doesn't
it
like putting
pop.
outlines
Makes it
on
pop. I
their
like it.
logos anymore. So,
It looks like a bit off center, but that might just be the angle.
also race winning car, Ryan Truex. I've talked about this design in the past and how great it is. And then he finally won after they put a weird black spike on it. Like I feel like this
Oh.
looked so much better last week when it was just red and white, and then they added this black spike on the side, and suddenly his car's faster, and he won the race. So there were a lot of people
alright.
scratching their heads on Twitter, like, "Hold on, we've seen this before." They added a bunch of black on the side of the car, and now we're going faster.
It defeats the fucking lasers.
So you know, NASCAR says that that's not a thing anymore, and we haven't really seen it in the Cup Series, but people did start bringing up, like, in 2018, these are some horrible circles, but how many teams just had black on the sides of the cars to try and fight the inspection thing?
Yeah, rumor has it that's why Front Row Motors or Furniture Row had the flat black. Was it was hard for the lasers to pick it up.
I didn't realize how blatant some of these were. Like on the Joey Logano Pennzoil car, there's just a black square on there. Penske did it. I mean, look at this Casey Kane car. They just put a bunch of black decals around that section of the car.
I love the circles. It's like, yeah, what else would you be?
Yeah. It's great. Yeah, thanks for these huge circles.
It's not even highlighting anything.
But someone brought something up that I'd never seen before. This is Anthony Staton on Twitter. Martin Truex Jr.'s Bass Pro Shops car with the orange kind of stripe around the roofline. It is always shorter on plate tracks. Whenever he's at a plate track, they cut off the back of the orange, which is really interesting. And they've been doing this for a long time, and I've never seen anyone bring this up before.
Oh, it's the extra layer of the wrap. I think that redirects some air away from the spoiler.
Maybe.
So I will say I've learned already that there's some fuckery with the wraps at plate tracks where you can absolutely you can position it certain ways to get aero advantages that like don't get picked up in inspection.
Or go back to that other photo. Yeah, see all those stickers around the roof camera? See like the 3 of them they got there?
Oh yeah, just stack them up Dale Jr. style.
Yeah.
DT, I gotta say I'm bummed that they don't carry the orange roof number over for the plate track as well. They put that black one on there. It just looks weird.
Yeah, I think they ran this at the start of the season and now it's orange. Maybe that's why. I'm not sure. We'll have to look at it.
No. I think that black number is like the base paint underneath.
Oh, we figured it out.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It does look fatter
there.
We finally figured it. Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the base paint underneath and just a wrap around it.
You solved it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's the body color.
Damn, we're doing like science out here on Drip or Drown.
All right, block homes.
That's was only
like an extra like 1/10 of a mile an hour.
I like that tweet. That's only the first half of Drip or Drown though, because some Darlington throwbacks have come out and we got to start rating these. What?
Do we not have the number 7 Justin Allgaier?
Oh, I should bring that up. You're right. Because there was a sick photo of that I saw Junior Motorsports tweet today.
With the chrome and like the...
And they got chrome numbers on the Justin Allgaier degree car.
That's candidate for paint scheme of the year, period.
Yeah.
Tons of gradients.
That's hot.
Huge logo. Yeah, big reflective number. It's a sick picture.
It makes that car. Yeah, it makes that car.
Is this the first time they've ran reflective numbers too, and they just executed it perfectly?
On the 7? I think so, yeah. And I remember when they first wrapped this car, Ryan Williams was tweeting about it, and that's how you know he's proud of something, because, I mean, he should be. This looks damn good. That's a hard drip.
Dude, imagine if this was like the Brad Keystone paint scheme, like what they could do with that. That'd be kind of hot.
Yeah,
that crap they ran on Cindric's car.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's absolute drip, and it, like to use the actual logo of the sponsor everywhere too.
Dude, look at the jack marker. Look at the jack marker.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
Oh shit!
Use the degree check mark as the jack marker. That is a Ryan Williams bit right there.
That's based right there.
Because I know he loves that stuff.
That's based.
That's old school. I remember a lot of teams in the 2000s did that, where they would just take little sponsor stickers and use them as jack markers. That's a cool.
Yeah, Scott Riggs and the Valvoline V was right there. Yeah,
that's an awesome detail.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Pretty cool.
That's based.
I like the C pillar with the Exalta, the American flag, and Hellman's up there.
Yeah.
Got all of the associates.
All you need. Okay, some
Shouts out to
Darlington
Axe
stuff.
Body spray, which is still a thing apparently.
Daniel Suarez announced they're running a Quaker State throwback. Since Quaker State has jumped on board with Trackhouse, they're doing an old who ran this car? A bunch of people ran this car, right?
Ricky Rudd.
Yeah, Rudd, Gant, Todd Bodine.
Gant did not run this car. It was Todd Bodine and Ricky Rudd. I think that was it.
Damn, good fuck me.
Yeah, good fuck Caleb. Anyway, did a good job. You got classic logos on the car. The number font looks good. And it doesn't look super weird with the number shifted forward, which is great. But I feel like the Cup Series is just lacking in the throwback department because Xfinity's been fucking killing it, and Alpha Prime just announced this Ryan Ellis throwback to the Harvick like reverse classic silver Goodyear thing with Corvette parts on a Chevy for I think the first time ever, which is kind of cool. Corvette parts has always gone nuts with throwbacks, and I saw Ryan Pistana tweet that they are going to use a metallic wrap, so this thing is going to be fucking shiny when they put it on the car. And it's going to hopefully look like the old Goodwrench thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So,
the neon red too on that.
Yeah, like this is gonna be. God, Alpha Prime is so good in the throwback department. I mean, this
you remember that like one
cool.
viral video of that guy who like fucked his like car and everything? Like I never understood that until right now.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You're gonna have to enlighten us, Slab. What video are you talking about?
It's the one with the guy with that horrible, sad red Mustang when he like kisses it.
Try to put his
I'm sticking in the exhaust.
All right, more banger throwbacks with logo swaps. Sam Mayer accelerate in the one car, looking like the old Sharpie.
Yeah, look at how they made it look like a
Kurt
Sharpie
Busch
on
car.
the front. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Fucking cool.
Dude, that
And
rendered
even the
photo is sexy
Rubbermaid,
too.
even the Rubbermaid red on the quarter panel.
Yeah, and they even have like two different Accelerate logos on the car to match the logos on the original car, which is awesome. Yeah, fucking cool. I also love these goofy ass like old style Chevy logos on the noses of these.
Make them big, make them proud.
And shout out to the social media on both of these from Junior Motorsports and from Alpha Prime. These renders are hot. That gets people excited.
Yes.
Sexy.
All right. Next up, Cole Custer is running the old Haas 00. It's a fucking funny photo of him.
Well, that was cool when they announced it, but like looking back, it's like, oh no, how do you follow up what we just saw?
Well, no,
Yeah,
not even
exactly.
that, but it's like they've already run this throwback before. It's
This is a funny photo, by the way, because
the paint scheme that Jason Leffler like wrecked 3 people en route to not winning at Daytona.
maybe.
Sure. I have no idea.
Yeah, well, it was like the Daytona summer race for Xfinity. It wrecked Michael Waltrip, wrecked some other guy, ended up losing to Mike Wallace, ended up passing him on the outside on the last lap, wrecked 3 people, and didn't even walk away with the win.
that's slap.
People did immediately mention that they already ran this with Kurt Busch back in the day. This is a funny photo because this is from Stuart Haas's Twitter account after they're affiliated with Fords. They photoshopped the Chevy logo out of the nose. It's kind of funny. Joey Logano announced he's running a Mark Donahue throwback.
Burn it.
To the old AMC thing.
The AMC Matador, the flying brick.
Kind of cool. I like it. I feel like they made it work with the numbers forward even.
Ryan Newman did it first.
They got to get rid of the forward numbers on the throwbacks. It just like it kills them.
I like it. I think they did a good job.
That's a good job, man.
Also, Eric Jones, STP. I saw some people upset that they're still running the black A, B, and C pillars and the kind of like gold line that they've had on the skirt the whole time. I think it looks sick. I'm gonna be real. It looks fucking awesome.
Like I don't know. I know I get why people are upset at it, but it really makes the entire thing like pop so much more. Like that petty blue up against the flat black is such a good color combination.
I also kind of like
it defeats the lasers for the inspection.
Oh,
Allegedly.
Yeah, they're real play.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I do like though the kind of merger of like, you know, legacy motorcycle club and then the old like, you know, this is still a petty car. It's got STP on it.
Yeah,
I'll be
I'm
honest.
honestly-
I think the 99 John Andretti, like the gradient and the sunrise up on the front, would look better. But I mean, this is a solid throwback.
Today I learned what STP stands for. On the
No,
quarter
it doesn't-
panel, it says
no
Science,
way.
Technology, Performance.
No way.
I'm looking this up.
There's no way.
I will say with the 43 still on the screen, I feel like if they would have stuck with it and did the gold outline on that 43, it would have looked even like hotter. Like I feel like it really would have worked.
I don't know about all that.
I think the 43 is always got to be like two-tone.
Does this say? No, it's actually. Hold on, they're lying.
Packard
I
Corporation.
told you.
Scientifically treated petroleum is what it originally stood for, but on this car they put Science, Technology, Performance.
It's like their new catch phrase.
This is like when bad NASCAR people like have another brand as their name and then they just make an abbreviation and they pretend it's something else. Like NRF called himself NAS Rush Fueled instead of like NASCAR Racing Fan or whatever it originally was. Kind of funny.
I never connected the dots on that.
I have
Right,
one
just-
last drip or drown for y'all.
Let's see it.
I got one more after this one. Yeah.
Noah Gragson's haircut.
Hey, look at my tweet that says "Inside of you there are two wolves," and it had him.
Oh, I
with the
enjoyed that
bullet,
tweet.
Like
That was great.
open fire suit.
Why does it look like the side of his face is bruised, or is just that just the coloring of the picture?
It's just the picture.
It's a screenshot from a broadcast,
Okay.
but it doesn't do him any favors.
I think his
Looks
mother
like he's got like
punched
a
him.
yellowish bruise on his cheek.
His
Yeah,
mother
that's-
punched him when he saw that fucking haircut.
Comparing
That's
that to the
awful.
mullet is pretty fucking funny. Apparently
the
he
mullet and the pit vipers with the open fire suit.
won a bet with Austin Dillon to run the
Or
bull
lost
cut.
it.
I'm just saying this is what the Cup Series does to him, man.
He won a bet or lost a bet?
No, he won a bet. Austin Dillon was like, I bet you won't get a bowl cut. And Noah Gregson was like, shit.
Bet. Anyway, that's my hefty drip or drown.
Hold on,
for
I
you
got
guys
one
this
more
week.
quick one.
Hey.
I gotta say, I wish he didn't wreck out 50 laps in when you're rocking that haircut. Like, you gotta at least finish top 15 with that thing. Like,
He'll get a
Yeah.
win. He'll get a win.
Oh, Cody, is this from your
This is from yesterday. At
Oh, it's the Cody Mobile.
Oh
Red-
shit!
Red Hill Raceway, which apparently up until last year was a lost track for like 20 years.
what we're looking at, by the way, it's a dirt mod.
Is it a
1999
4-cylinder?
Davey
What?
Allison.
Yeah, with the Davy like white, black, red with the gold numbers on it.
And
Is it a
yes, the numbers
four-
were chrome or like shiny.
Is it a
Hmm.
4-cylinder modified?
I have no idea how many cylinders they were.
I mean,
All
there's
know
only
is-
two headers on this side, so I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Probably.
Cost
Check
cutting.
out.
Whatever it
shout-
takes to bring back a dead speedway.
Shout out to the in the feature of that class, some lapper spun in front of the leader, got hit by the leader,
Oh.
flipped over, and then killed the leader's race.
Trouble. All right.
I was gonna say
I-
killed the leader. I was like, goddamn.
He killed his car and he killed his race.
So I know I talked a little bit about what's Twitter doing already, but I do want to get into this real quick because this is spicy. It's a spicy meatball. Landon Castle on Twitter says,
Landon
NASCAR
Campbell.
drivers are the most versatile professional racing drivers in the world. More surfaces, racing styles, track types than any series. F1 driver is a true specialist focused on singular style of racing, while a modern Cup Series driver must be a jack of all trades. Discuss. And noted DriveThrough fan Scott McLaughlin quote tweeted and says, I think this is an ignorant tweet looking for a reaction. I disagree with it like many. NASCAR drivers are very good, very versatile. Not the most versatile in the world. If you're good, you have to be versatile. Doesn't matter if you race NASCAR, Indy, sports car, F1 karting. I want to put it out there that this is stupid. This is really dumb. And you wouldn't see this in any other sport. And I don't know why you see this when people are like, oh, drivers have to be versatile to race in NASCAR because they do dirt and they do all this other stuff. And like, ooh, that's the wrong button. I like imagine someone going out there and being like, I think baseball players are the most versatile because they have to throw and catch and hit and run, and soccer players just run and kick. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
It's such a
No.
Yeah.
When it comes to like football and like American football, I have so much more respect for a guy who can throw, catch, play defense, you know, be on special teams, a guy who can do it all. You know, like back in the day, you used to play both sides of the ball. And every once in a while, we get a guy who could do both sides of the ball, a guy who can like catch, receive, and play corner and play safety. And every once in a while, they put him in as like, they put him in as like third string quarterback, and he throws a fucking bomb for a touchdown. Sometimes he receives touchdowns. Sometimes he's like the punt returner. Sometimes he's the gunner. Like I have so much more respect for a guy who can do so many jobs. The fucking Swiss Army knife you can just throw in there, and the coach just throws him in there, and he solves all of his fucking problems. I love that kind of player.
I don't know. I don't think it's fair to like generalize like that. Like
comparing sport to sport is what I think is stupid.
Well, even so, I mean, if you look at other sports, I'm thinking like Deion Sanders is one of them, where it's like these athletes that can play both sides, like with elite.
Played in the Super Bowl and a fucking
I mean, like stuff like that, like Bo Jackson too, like these dual sport athletes, they are revered, and I feel like it's like the same thing as like Kyle Larson or Tony Stewart. The way we prop them up, I feel like it's the same. But to say like, oh well, all NASCAR drivers are better than F1 drivers because F1 drivers do one thing and NASCAR drivers do
I'll say there's
fair.
like some NASCAR drivers that really are good on. You can put them in dirt, you can put them on road course, you can put them on a 1.5 mile, you can put them on a short track. They are plug and play. Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon.
Christopher Bell's not
you can
allowed
drop
to
them
in
a fucking car, and they will fucking go, and they will get that trophy.
Well, I mean, even look at like, I don't think you're giving IndyCar guys a fair shot in that, because I mean, look at like Marco Andretti, who's been dropped into SRX, and all of a sudden now he has like actual, like there's oval, like there's Xfinity teams that he could be interested in, or like Connor Daly.
I watched
guys
him
like
win
them,
in person at Slinger.
Yeah, I mean, again, like sport to sport, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it's much of a discussion, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of like Twitter nonsense.
But picking people out and being like, hey, you know, Juan Pablo Montoya can win in fucking anything, that's cool. Yeah. Saying like NASCAR is more versatile than F1, like,
okay.
Yeah, picking on F1, cares? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
And
I would say there's a grain of truth in there. Like we got to race on dirt, we got to do road courses, we got to do ovals, short tracks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You don't ask F1 guys to do it, but it's not a matter of talent. Like if you put Max Verstappen in inside of a Cup car, I feel like within a year or two he'd be like, bam, like it.
Yeah. And there is like versatility in F1. Like doing like a street race at like Baku is like so much different than doing, you know, Monza.
Yeah,
like that. And Monza is so much different than Silverstone.
Yeah,
like that's like a whole different can of worms.
If you dropped a bunch of NASCAR nerds in F1 cars, they'd all be dead on lap 2. So
yeah, it's just such a like NASCAR people trying to pick on F1.
It's NASCAR is the king, like fucking Digger back in the day.
I dread every time F1 fucks up like they did in the race the other day when they sent the dude into pit road, just because every NASCAR guy I'll see on Twitter going, oh, it's supposed to be the pinnacle of motorsport. It's like...
NASCAR wants to be you so bad. Shut up.
Yeah. How's the fucking
if
TV
NASCAR
doing?
could race in like short tracks in South Carolina and like Monza and like race on the streets of like, you know, Monaco and Australia, and then like race in Silverstone, and then come back and like race at Daytona. Like they would totally do that if they could, but they're not that big.
We need like a super motorsports.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the fever dream is
where they just do they race Daytona, they go to Monaco, they do like a rally race.
Dude, that would be so sick if we canceled all the top motorsports for a year and just put them all in like a giant pit together with
the
one another.
World Cup.
That's like
the World Grand Prix.
Yeah, I was about to say a horrible reference, but it's like Cars 2 when they take all the best cars from like each discipline and just make them do like an everything.
That'd be sick.
Anyway, that's my bit for what's going on Twitter. Oh, another thing that's going on Twitter. It's fucking broken again. I tried to switch
just every other day, dude.
I tried to switch to the core account to update the profile photo on my PC, and it just logged me out. And I was like, what?
Oops. Oops, sorry.
And then I switched back to my main account and it logged me out. And then every time I'd click on a new account, it would just log me out. I'd try to log back in and it would be like, you've successfully logged out. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then eventually I guess they fixed that, but you know, still, you know, fucking it up behind the curve.
Real fast before we move on, I put it in general, but apparently like an hour ago, Stern dropped that the TV deal. We're looking
my
at
God.
Fox and NBC being the two again, so not much changing.
Damn, we got news breaking.
So basically, it sounds like they're looking at doing like a summer series on streaming platforms only, which is so.
I think the bigger part of it though is like with how like little effort Fox has been putting in, I've kind of just taken for granted that like past 2024 or like past this contract, they were just like, yeah, fuck NASCAR. But the fact that they're back is like really, really concerning, honestly.
Yeah. If we're
It's dead.
if we're breaking news on the show, are we also allowed to talk about Josh Berry going in the 4?
Yeah.
You see that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Get that cloud, DT.
You think it'll be out by the...
There's another show on Wednesday that's gonna be talking. Dude, okay, Clint Boyer.
yeah.
Clint
Gotta
Boyer.
break the news first.
Clint Boyer. Anytime some news is coming along on that Sunday broadcast, he hypes it up. And then there was 2 times I was listening today where he's like, "Josh Berry's about to get paid. Josh Berry's about to do this. Josh Berry's about to do that." There's something coming, whether it's the 4 or whatever it is.
It's the 4. But you didn't hear from me. Okay, that's enough to talk about bad sports. Let's talk about Slap's crazy ass moments in history.
All right. So this was a blood feud that had been boiling underneath the surface for 20-something years in Japanese politics. It all came to a head during a political debate in March of 1960, which resulted in one of the most iconic photographs of the 20th century. This was the assassination of Nejiro Asanuma.
It's time for Slap's crazy ass moments in history.
Oh, Caleb's died.
Caleb is dead.
How is he gonna leave?
I didn't even notice him leaving.
Nice rusty Schlenk shirt, by the way. I know I've pointed that out many times.
Yeah, big fan. I bought it at Volusia. I wish the car was on
Nice.
the front though, because it has a sick drawing of a car, but it's against my chair, so it's kind of
I
stupid.
want to ask Caleb. Oh, there he is. I want to ask Caleb how much that Richard Petty 124 diecast was.
Hey Caleb,
Caleb.
Now
how
you
much?
can ask him.
How much was that Richard Petty 124 diecast?
this thing.
The
Oh,
Super
what shit?
Bird.
Were y'all like zoomed in on me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thirsty. Sorry. This thing.
That what he calls it?
My dad bought this thing back in I think it was 1991 or something. He's been trying to get it
okay.
signed ever since. So it's my job to now get it signed before he dies.
When you got a job on a race team, was he like, "Hey, son,
I want to
Yeah,
find
yeah.
Richard
So
Petty.
it's actually yeah.
this is your journey now.
This is
You
what
must
I-
take.
this is what
I was
had
so
you
cool.
for.
No. Last year
is
at
why I had
Nashville,
you.
he had an appearance. Richard Petty had an appearance at like
Oh,
the
Lord.
big old like stage, and I was like, today's the fucking day. Today's the day. And Richard Petty, like I had a whole plan. Like I was talking to people. I was like, I've been trying to get this thing signed for like 20 goddamn years. Like today's the fucking day.
This is
So
your
they
birthright.
let me like cut in line. They were like, yeah, get this kid up front. And I was like, fuck yeah, like today, like we're doing it. Richard Petty, like he was with somebody else. I think it was Daniel Suarez he was with or some shit. But Daniel Suarez walked off the stage and I was like, oh shit, here comes Richard. And then like the lady behind me was like, oh shit, Richard's all the way down there. And he was in his golf cart, like all the way. He like fucking snuck off the stage. I was like, how the fuck did he get over there?
What the fuck, Richard?
So it's the long
Yeah.
legs, man. He moves fast.
All that mustache dying."
Hey,
Yeah, so
hey,
We'll
he
get it
still looks
signed.
like a
Don't-
legend.
Yeah,
don't,
looks like $1 million. Don't hate on the man.
If you start to get older, you'll do things to try to make yourself look better.
No, I respect it.
Don't hate until you're in that position.
All right, can I talk about the
He's a
crazy ass moment in
I was
history?
about to say, did I derail this whole shit?
Yeah, Caleb fucked it.
I was thirsty.
You just disappeared. Like we cut back and you were just gone.
For the best bit on the show, you just.
Oh, we're redoing it? Oh,
We gotta reset the vibe.
Yeah, it's time.
Slaps. Crazy ass moments in history.
All right, so my dad won in. All right, sorry.
Let's just cut the bit. Go on the next bit.
No. I just wanted to get you. Go ahead.
Dude, like kill some communists over here. God damn it.
hold on.
This might be the best podcast we've done yet.
All right. So this has its roots in like late 1930s Japanese politics.
Sure.
This is when the militarists start taking power in Japan. The emperor is just completely overrode. You know, the generals are in charge. Japan morphs into a military dictatorship. When they come to power, there's the Liberal Party, the Socialist Party, and the Nationalist Party. Well, the liberals were all about democracy and stuff, so they got to go. So they killed all those people. The socialists were all about, you know, they were kind of like communists with the USSR, who Japan shared a border with. They hated those motherfuckers, so they got to go. Killed all those people. The nationalists, they're actually like, as far as the militarists are concerned, the nationalists are kind of based because they're all like pro-Japan, rah, let's go. And so they let them stay. In the ashes of World War II, after, you know, the funny is dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the only political party left are the nationalists. So the nationalists way overstep their boundaries, and they go in and they basically say, oh yeah, this American occupation that's going on, because America occupied Japan after the war as basically a military dictatorship to make sure that they didn't fuck up and like revert back to where they were. And the nationalists like way overstep their bounds, and they're like, hey, these Americans, they got to go. These American bases they're building over here, they got to go. And even the leftists that popped up afterwards were like, yeah, the Americans got to go, because if the Cold War turns hot, they have all these American bases over here and we're going to get nuked again. We don't want that shit to happen. So even the leftists and the nationalists and the far right people were like, get America the fuck out of here. So there's sort of this unified front, and eventually a group of socialists pop up led by Inajiro Asanuma, who was not just, you know, socialist. He was like full-blown communist. Like he actually went to China and met with Mao Zedong. We got a picture of him meeting with Chairman Mao.
I was gonna say he's kind of dripped out. That was kind of cool.
I know,
Yeah,
it's based.
Yeah, we got a picture of him with Mao Zedong. He actually went over there and opened up trade relations with China before the U.S. even did. Yeah, but this kind of put him on the shit list of the nationalists who hated China because of, you know, certain things that happened in Nanking that shall not be named. That definitely did not happen, actually, according to you know, Chinese nationalists. But anyway, while all this is going on, there's a guy by the name of Otoya Yamaguchi, who was born in 1939. His dad was a nationalist. His dad was a nationalist hotshot in politics and everything. So he's grows up during World War II, and he hates these like socialist people coming up because, you know, his dad just fucking hated them. These communist bastards trying to sell us off to the Chinese. Like the Americans are pretty bad, but at least they're kind of base. But the Chinese, they gotta go.
He's kind of dripped out too.
Yeah, he is kind of dripped out. I love the glasses, because if you see like a dude who looks like an accountant but has a 1,000-yard stare, that motherfucker, watch the fuck out for him.
It's like American Psycho. It's Christian Bale right there.
Hey, dude, have you ever seen like U.S. Delta Force operators in like the 1980s? They have like the thick rimmed glasses and like the you know, they look like a disheveled office worker, but they got like an M16. They got like a 1,000-yard stare. Like that motherfucker has stacked up bodies. All right, do not fuck with him. So if you ever see like an office worker who's like got that look about him, you know, steer clear. But anyway, Otoya was like he wasn't just a nationalist, he was part of the ultra nationalist group. Like these guys wanted to like bring back the World War II era militarism. And so the nationalist party was like, we don't want anything to do with you. You're off on your own. I don't care who your daddy was. Get out of here. He was involved in several protests. He was arrested 10 times. But because he was part of a protest, because of the liberal government that had eventually taken over, they were all about democracy, freedom of protest, and all that. You know, what's lucky for him means that they didn't have any charges. So he was arrested 10 times, released 10 times with no charges. Eventually, Inajiro rolls up, and he's like a hot shot now with making a run for being prime minister. It's him versus the nationalists versus the liberal Democratic Party. So socialist, liberal, and nationalists are like the three parties vying for control over China or Japan. Sorry. And during a debate in March of 1960, Otoya Yamaguchi just decides he's going to take matters into his own hands. He says, enough of these filthy communists. He runs up on stage, armed with his father's wakizashi, this sort of like short blade that samurais were known to have. He stuffs this in his pants, pulls it out, lunges towards the podium where Inajiro is speaking, and plunges it straight into his chest.
Oh.
Rolls back around, goes for a second strike, and his plan was to commit seppuku right there on the stage, but the bodyguards pull him away at the last second.
This is a hell of a photograph.
By the way,
that's after he was stabbed, by the way. That's after he pulled it back out.
That's the first stab. He's going in for the second one.
Oh.
And that photo was taken by a guy by the name of Yasushi Nagao, and that was the last piece of film he had left in his camera, and he caught that picture and got a Pulitzer Prize for it.
Damn.
That's on video, by the way, too. If for anyone.
Yeah, so I have the videos up there. If you can't see anything, it just looks like some guy like tackling.
It's like 70s black and white. So
hey, chill. Yeah, it's for the crazy.
It's got the "Do you wish to proceed" sign, so you know it's good.
Jesus
you know it's
Christ.
based. This is Kino.
Oh!
No.
Oh, he got his ass.
Damn.
He wanted to commit
seeing
seppuku
you.
like right afterwards, but he was obviously
Incapacitated.
taken to the ground
that
immediately.
photo? That was so quick. That makes no sense.
He had a high-speed shutter camera.
Oh.
Damn.
I've never seen that alternate angle. Wow. I never saw that like wide shot right there.
So is that initial contact when he gets him?
Yeah, that's the first strike, and he
That
got him a
British
second
Path
strike on the
Path
bounce
A
off.
channel has a bunch of like historical videos.
Almost 3 million subscribers. Shout out.
Dude, that's where I got a lot of my early midget car videos from my sprint car.
Did you credit them in the description?
I did. I was like, they're super
Good.
based. Check them out.
Never
Specifically,
heard of
look up
them.
the assassination of so and so, and you'll get some very Kino footage. Anyway, Otoya Yamaguchi, Gucci Gang, was
Oh my god.
he was taken to his jail cell, is awaiting his final arraignment, and carves a message in his jail cell window with a bar of soap that says "Glory to the Emperor, long live the Emperor," and then gets his sheets, ties them in a knot, gives himself a nice little choke, has himself a sit, and kills himself right there in his jail cell.
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah. But this is the man that saved Japan from communism, basically. And there is a conspiracy theory that this guy was a CIA plant.
Ooh.
Because The CIA and American intelligence were very interested in keeping the Nationalist Party in charge because it was between, them, the pussy liberals who wanted like democracy and stuff, and like the communists. So of course we're going to go for the far right nationalists. This will come into play later in Chile in 1974. Shouts out.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, here's a meme of him just taking him out.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
With the blood splatter. Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ.
That's Cheeto dust, actually.
Get fucking wrecked, fucking leftard.
It's flaming hot.
I can't say that.
God damn.
Yeah, get wrecked libtard moment.
All right, that was Slap's crazy ass moments in history.
So yeah, that is the man who killed the last communist in Japan, right
Dude,
there.
I love that you're telling this story and that there's just like that blue Fall Guys dude just watching you in the corner up there.
And Brad.
Yeah, Brad.
And Brad,
With his-
Brad, known anti-communist Brad Keselowski.
He loves it. When I posted that clip of us when the Leafs scored on Twitter, I got some responses, people screenshotting Brad. The way he's just lurking.
Yeah, and I responded like, Brad watches over us, inshallah.
Shout out.
Do we talk about hockey now, or do we do that in media?
Media.
Let's talk about it now. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Alright,
now.
damn.
Fuck it.
All right, the Leafs are
I know.
based.
the
Boston
Leafs are going
Bruins
the whole
suck,
way.
and we're going all the way.
Boston choked.
I'm
God.
on the Maple Leafs
Oh.
bandwagon so hard right now.
Dude, I
At least
cannot
until they have to
believe-
play Carolina, then it's going to be Hurricanes all the way.
I am going to look up a Maple Leafs hat right now and purchase one on stream.
Hey,
Dude, they have,
my high school was the Hurricanes, and they're based out of Raleigh, North Carolina, so I have to pull for the Canes.
In you can in the Leaf shop, they have these cute ass little like hipster corduroy Leafs hats.
Oh, dude, the corduroy, dude. Say no more.
Rusty's done bad for corduroy, man. That was the magic word.
It's a shame I'm not going to India, otherwise I'd bring you one.
Ooh,
DT,
You're coming.
can you put up the email address? Like, we got to get this man to Indy. Like,
Go
come on.
fund me. Send
There's no
in your
money.
fucking
DT,
money.
if you do
that
not come
email.
to Indianapolis, I will send the vengeful spirit of Otoya Yamaguchi after you. He will stab you through the side like the filthy Chinese communist you are.
You can't say that. You cannot say that.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Jesus Christ.
DT, yeah, you got to come to Indy. You got to bring Rusty a hat. It's in the
I'm
air
gonna need money
now.
for that hat. I'm gonna need money to go to Indy first.
I will commission you to change my life, DT. Redesign my entire existence. Come to Indy.
Yeah, hey,
Hold on, I'm
hey,
actually kind of down for that.
Oh yeah,
DT, please come.
I got some changes to make.
Do not
Just
come.
come. Just come, DT.
Jesus
not.
Christ.
Do not come.
All right,
Come,
what-
come.
Oh shit, we still doing this? Fuck.
Should I move on to the next segment too?
We're gonna have like band after this podcast is over. This is the last
Hey,
episode.
no. This is the first one that we're putting up behind the paywall.
you gotta
We're gonna
pay
switch
for
over
this
to the
content,
Patreon
god
now.
damn it.
We're gonna switch over to the Patreon.
That's how good it is. All right, welcome to Animal Planet, the segment where we talk about animals. And firstly, I want to open it up with an obituary for Caleb's closet rabbit.
No.
Hold on.
Have we talked about the rabbit on this show? We must have, right?
No,
We
don't
must
think
have at
we
least
ever did.
alluded. No.
It's not public
we
knowledge.
told the origin story 100%.
Yeah, we definitely talked about the rabbit.
Why that?
What's Cody streaming?
Okay, never
Just,
mind.
no, I'm just getting some stuff ready for later.
Yeah,
Stop.
okay.
Okay.
Caleb's family found a rabbit by the side of the road. They put it in a closet for a bunch of years, and then when they moved houses, they let the rabbit go, and it is definitely dead.
It's dead. It is
Like
dead.
you putting that dude in the wild, we'll be seeing you.
Caleb, I was laughing so hard just at the thought that thing's in a nice, cozy, warm closet with like blankets and stuff for like 3 years, and then you just toss it out into the woods and like it's out in like a thunderstorm.
Yeah, the thunderstorm, and it's like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, the rabbit did grow up in the wild before being stolen and placed in a closet.
So I will say, if you want your unit of measurement in motorsports, the weekend that I got it was right after I went to the 2018 Coke 600 that Kyle Busch dominated and won, and I've had it ever since then until this past weekend where its stay with us came to an end.
Dude,
5
that
years in
rabbit is
captivity.
100% like my cat Bit that you've seen on the podcast before, a little black and white cat, a little fluffy cat. She was found out in the wild behind a bush, and like we took her in, and she is so docile. Like if you take her outside and you walk like 5 steps away from the door, she immediately freaks out, like ow, 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 take me back, take me back. She's like pawing at you, trying to go back to where she was, and like she hates the outdoors. The other 2 cats I have, they're like indoor cats their whole lives. They've never known pain or strife or anything like that. So they're like, oh, let me go outside. What's going on out here? And they get one time they literally got outside and got lost for 2 hours, and it freaked me the fuck out. But Bit, even if the door is open, like I remember when those 2 cats got lost, Bit was like standing at the door and would not go out and was just like staring outside and like looking back at me like meow, meow. She was just like, yeah, they booked it. I ain't going out there, but you can go after them.
Bit's based.
Do we have any pictures
Bit
of the
knows the
rabbit?
horrors of the real world.
Do we have pictures of the rabbit?
Just the meme one that I put up? And
You don't have any other pictures?
I
want like an in memoriam compilation.
Oh, no.
Black and white,
Yeah,
2018 to 2023.
I want one where the rabbit's like looking over its shoulder in fear when Caleb opens the door.
No, that was what was so terrible, is because it's like it doesn't like people. So like,
no shit, it's a wild rabbit. It's terrifying.
Yeah, it's like you can't you feed it, but like it doesn't know how to love you or anything like that.
Just curious, what did you feed it during its tenure in your closet?
So
Carrots.
this is gonna be very Animal Planet of me, but
Big
it's
Macs.
fitting.
Oh God.
No. So it really likes there's like these pellets that you can get. It's like made of like grass and wheat and stuff. It really loved like wild flowers. It really loved eating flowers that you would pick from outside. So I'd always bring it like flowers from outside.
Aw.
Grass. Occasionally I'd give it like a little like piece of apple that he really liked. By far his favorite treat though was, it's fitting actually, I have it right here, is with the popcorn.
Smart food popcorn.
You were feeding the
Smart
dog.
food.
I was a big fan of the popcorn. Just love the popcorn. So
Big
he'd always get some. He would like stand up on his hind legs at the gate trying to get the popcorn.
Oh, have you guys seen that video of that
Your
lady?
dog was like, hey, yo.
Have you guys seen that lady who's like in like at a nature preserve? She's like trying to catch a female like jackrabbit, and like the male jackrabbit comes up, and like this bunny is like fucking huge and like rolls up like on her like hip and like starts pitter pattering her fucking leg.
I haven't.
It's like,
That's good,
unhand
though.
my wife, you fiend. He like circles around and goes to a couple of different angles, and he just like a machine gun, just like pitter patter.
All right, that's real Animal Planet. Visual gags for the video
Dude, when you were-
watchers.
Bunny.
When you were munching on that popcorn earlier after you fed it a couple pieces, it was just sit there just staring at you for like 5-10 minutes. Just,
Like, more father, please.
please, sir, may I have some more?
Big smart food fans in the Caleb household.
Please, sir, might I have some more skinny girl popcorn.
Can we talk about racetrack animals? Cody, did you go anywhere? Where'd you go?
I was down in Illinois, 3-night Mars late model swing at 3 different tracks. It was pretty fun.
Wait, hold on. I just saw what Caleb sent. I'm sorry. Can I can put this on, right?
Absolutely go back, yeah.
Caleb
yeah.
made this.
I made this the night we lost the rabbit.
Rip the rabbit. And it's just stock images of rabbits.
And it's so crazy because it looks exactly like it.
Yeah, he's
'cause
dead.
we all know the thing rabbits are known for is having like unique hairstyles and identifiability.
I would have died if a hawk swooped in and got it. Like
Literally, as you were releasing it, just
Oh, we've seen a lot of those videos. Alright, anyway, sorry, Illinois.
aside from Mother Nature being like drizzly and like rainy on and off and
Drizzly.
incredibly windy for especially the last 2 nights, it's a pretty fun swing overall. No real animals to speak of, but first night we had a boot hill situation in that the power went out twice.
Oh,
And it's funny. So our TVU, the thing that actually like captures my audio and video and beams it back to the studio for them to add the graphics and commercials and everything, like that it can operate on battery, and so can my camera. So like the broadcast stayed on, but just when the power went out, everything just cuts black. Like at least at the track, it's kind of a funny clip.
Is that at
So, yeah.
Brownstown?
Yeah, the Brownstown Bull Ring down in southern Illinois, not to be confused with Brownstown Speedway in Indiana. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. Both tracks with covered grandstands, both named Brownstown, but one's in Illinois, one's in Indiana. I guess this
Brown's
used to
got
be
a lot
like
of towns.
I guess this used to be called the Fayette County Fairgrounds, but they kind of rebranded and renamed it to the Brownstown Bull Ring. But yeah, that's that one, and then that's where this clip will be coming from.
Oh boy.
With this power outage. Nothing spectacular. There's like a debris caution like right when this happened, which is actually really lucky in hindsight, as opposed to this
Is
happening.
that dude about to get hit by that fucking car?
It's yellow. Like this is like a slow car.
Yeah, but that angle looks a little bit sus.
But yeah, it's kind in hindsight, it's kind of really good that this happened versus this power outage happening like while they're under green or something. All right, so
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what, race fans, are you liking this, Brownstown?
It's just darkness.
That's hilarious.
I guess we know where the transponder is.
Oh, dude,
Run
that's
that back.
terrifying.
With the audio from the commentator, that's hilarious.
Then I here zoom out, you can see a wide shot. But it's funny,
That's
we were
pretty
under
dark.
commercial break when it happened. I have a recording, but I don't have it prepared. But Charlie Mefford of Gateway Dirt Nationals fame.
I wanted to hear it again.
Oh shoot, I can do it actually. Share your screen. Sorry, I
The
didn't know you wanted to
pit
replay my
lizard.
head.
What'd they call him? Pit
Pit
lizard pimpin'.
Pit Lizard Pimp. I'm wearing a shirt right now.
I just like the audio from the commentator.
Boy, I tell you what, race fans, are you liking this, Brownstown?
Cut.
You liking this Brown's tap?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, during said power outage, the Pit Lizard Pimp Charlie Mefford, I guess, snuck a cell phone into his race car, Brad Keselowski style.
in under cover of darkness.
And like while we were under that power outage, he was sitting in his car. He called up the Mars announcer, Mike Norris, and on speakerphone was just chatting with the broadcast and the audience, keeping them entertained, and gave them a "you can't park there."
That's pretty funny. Just called him on the phone.
Dude, that kid brings the show wherever he goes. He's a good kid. I want to meet him. I haven't had a chance to yet, though.
When you said he smuggled a phone up to him, I thought he was going to order a pizza to be brought out onto the track.
That'd be pretty big.
Yeah, bring it to the number 20 car, or whatever it is.
Use the 5, I think. 3.
Any other animals across Illinois?
It's a pretty decent weekend aside from just trying to survive the chilly weather and wind.
I like the drip.
I like the goggles.
Windbreaker goggles.
The science lab goggles.
I'm assuming that's because of the like dust and the wind.
Yeah, the wind was blowing straight back here.
I'll get you.
The wind's
I'll-
been brutal the last couple weeks.
Dude,
I'll
it
try
keeps
find-
raining.
I have one clip I can actually show you that might.
Dude, the wind was even bad down here in South Carolina. Like it was
Yeah,
so
it was
bad. I
bad
woke up
today,
this
too.
morning. There's like branches and leaves like all over the fucking place.
Here,
Dude,
this,
it's been raining all damn weekend, and it hailed twice today.
I don't know if you got it slapped, but here we had bad thunderstorms, like shaking the house every like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, I had a bad thunderstorm like Friday morning, Saturday morning. Like it like woke me up at like 5 a.m. and I just could not.
We
get
had it
back
at
to
4
sleep.
4 a.m. on Friday.
And then it was fucking gone like at 30 minutes later. I was like, thanks for waking me up so I can't go back to fucking sleep.
It's been the entire middle of the country recently. Pull that stream back up when you guys sec. This is what the wind was looking like pretty much all night.
Oh god,
Jesus.
Man,
that'll get you.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's
doing.
It's not even gusty. It's just a constant
was
wind.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was like there was scattered showers and storms all in the area. I showed up. It was sunny when I arrived at the track. Right when I started unpacking, it started hailing. Went to my car for shelter. 10 minutes later, it was sunny. I started unpacking some more. It started drizzling again. About 10 minutes later, it was out sunny again. It's like, what the fuck? Can you make up your mind?
It's the Windy City. Fuck you.
yeah, I've never been to like a dirt track like that. Does the wind, the wind being that bad, does it like take the moisture out of the track at all? Like, does it blow it around or do anything?
Yeah, especially since that particular track was blowing right at us. It wasn't too dusty per se. It depends. It's kind of an I'm starting to learn a lot about the science behind how like the dirt track prep goes, but there can be a lot of dust, especially if there's a lack of moisture and there's a lot of wind like sucking out the moisture from the track. But if it gets hard and packed, like then that'll, once it gets to a certain point, it'll stop bringing up dust. But then if you try to re-water it, then it adds moisture and it adds that like tackiness again. But then once that dries out, then that adds a bunch of dust and creates all that dust that starts. So in certain conditions, adding water can create more dust actually.
Huh.
But yeah, it wasn't too dusty. It was just fucking windy. All the dust kind of blew away pretty early.
All right. I've grown to hate wind. Pretty funny. I used to love it because I used to go sailing and teach kids how to windsurf at summer camp. Love the wind. Big fan. Now I play disc golf and ride a bike, and the wind sucks in both occasions.
Unless it's at your back, in which case, just have that thing launch.
Dude, if you go to Iowa, I feel like it's always in your face. Like
Well, there's a reason they go from the
know.
west to the east when we're going across Iowa.
It's true.
All right, let's talk about the media check-in because we got some stuff to check in with in terms of media.
Garf cart.
I'll be right back.
Tons of garf cart.
So, yeah, I want to talk about Garf Kart real quick. It just must be like a really tiny developer, but Garfield Kart. There's two installations in the Garfield Kart series on Steam. The first game is like 50 cents, and the second one is like $2 right now. They go on sale like all the time. They're on sale until I think a week from today. It's $2.50, and you can race online, so you can just get in Garfield carts with your friends. They've got, I think, like 16 tracks. The power-ups are goofy. The collision physics are wonky, but it's so much fun. And
At one time, Ben beat me off the line coming out of the final turn,
what?
final lap. Yeah, he just beat me off with his mouth. Anyway, and just gets the run. Yeah, he's smooth sailing. The game registers him as completing the second to last lap, and now all of a sudden he's last.
Yeah,
And I
didn't get his
ended up winning
lap.
the race. A scoring error.
but that's the only like serious glitch we had.
We
Other
only
than, like,
did
bad
4
respawns.
cups, dude. And that was
Yeah,
like
okay.
that was one of
Okay.
16 races.
It's
Still, I'm just saying-
Furious Racing.
Yeah, Furious Racing is the sequel. That's the one that we've been playing. Apparently it's better than the original.
The music is goated though. The music
music's
is like
great.
stellar.
And dude, all your favorite Garfield characters are in the game.
Well, the thing that's based about it is there's like an I rating. So like after each race,
Yeah. After 10 races, you get
10 races,
ranked.
you get a rating.
Yeah. And then depending on how well you do online, it'll raise or lower your ranking.
I just want it to be known that
I was
this
S
podcast-
minus after 10 races, just saying what's up.
The slap was great at that game. It was
Yeah,
impressive.
this podcast has directly netted Garf Card a purchase because I'm buying it.
Oh,
right
we're
now.
playing it after we're done recording this show.
No.
Yes.
Oh, we're playing it. I just bought it. We're playing it.
Slap is good at two things. Uno and Garf Cart.
You have Uno.
Slap jumped in and immediately won, I think, his first 2 races.
Yeah, and then podiumed on the third. I ended up choking in the 4th race and got second on the
There's a lot of like
championship.
really twisty, like tough tracks. And if you're in last place, it'll keep giving you this item that gives you a big boost.
It's the lasagna.
Nah, the perfume.
The genie bottle.
Yeah. When you get that, it boosts you a bunch. Except on a twisty track, if you miss a turn because you're going too fast because you're boosted, you get stuck in the wall, and then you just keep boosting into the wall, and you gotta like wait for it to end and then back
you
up
can't
and
like
continue.
angle yourself off of it. Like you're just stuck there until the boost wears off.
So sometimes being at the back
make you
is
want to kill
like-
yourself.
Oh yeah, and if you have like a run on somebody and you like are going like stupid fast, you got the lasagna, and so you get this boost and like you hit them, you will bounce back and they will bounce forward.
Yep.
This
Which
is probably
is
the most discussion that has ever been had about Garfield kart physics and mechanics.
just the mechanics are incredibly.
But
Like,
listen,
send them to Glove World.
If you and your friends don't want to spend $60 on a Mario Kart game that's already 8 years old or whatever, get Garfield kart. $2 on Steam.
After you
You get those
about
moments.
10 times, I don't know. I'm trying to play Mario Kart. Like,
Well, I still haven't bought it.
Cody's back. Cody's dead. Cody's back.
Oh, actually, speaking of Mario Kart and Nintendo stuff,
Discord crash for some.
Zelda Tears of the Kingdom comes out in
I'm also going to dip
a week.
Cody.
the 12th.
The
Next
12th? A
Friday.
week and a
Next
bit.
Friday.
Slap doesn't want to talk about it, but that's fine. Yeah, sequel to one of the greatest video games of all time. Looking forward to it. I don't know when I'm gonna get it, but I know it will never be on sale ever because it's a Nintendo game. So if you're gonna get it, you might as well get it early.
I'm just saying, you could buy a nice hibachi dinner for yourself in Indy if you don't want to.
I can't buy
Zelda.
anything. I don't have money for hibachi or indie or Zelda.
If you come to Indy, you'll have Tears of the Kingdom waiting for you in the Airbnb.
It's true. It's true.
Are you gonna get it before indie?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I can bring
I
my
just
extra
wanna try
controller
it.
too. We can.
You have a Switch, Caleb?
I'm paying for commissions up front.
Dude, we gotta set one up in the Airbnb and like stream some stuff.
Yeah, I don't
It'd be
know
kinda
where. I
cute.
don't know exactly where it might be at this precise moment, but yeah.
Dude, let us commission you. Look.
We're working on it.
Well, yeah, we gotta have like a big like Mario Party.
There's a plan in place. Do you have Mario Party? I don't actually have the game. I just go to my friend's place and play it. Maybe I can borrow it.
I have Mario Kart 8 and
Yeah.
Mario Party is a damn good time though.
I have Mario Party too, but
Which one? 10
I don't.
Superstars?
I think Superstars.
Okay, that's a good one.
I recognize it by the cover.
Yeah, I think that's. We playing any other video games this week?
I haven't been playing video games, but I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. This past Thursday, the NFL draft started, so I've just been watching a bunch of draft coverage for all the different teams. So the first round was Thursday. It wasn't as crazy as last year because last year we had like actual like players were getting dealt for first round picks like on draft night. So you'd have like the round table reacting like, oh shit, like somebody just got traded. So it was super nuts last year. This year it was the first like 10 picks were super nuts this year, where like the Texans picked 2 and they picked a quarterback and nobody was expecting them to, and then they traded back up to 3 to get the player that everybody thought they were taking it to. It was like big brain and everybody was like, oh shit, the Texans got it. So just a bunch of draft stuff, and it's been lots of fun over here.
Rusty, have you watched any more Atlanta?
I'm up to season 8, or season 8, episode 8, season 1. We'll get
Oh,
there.
okay. So you went through some fun stuff.
Yeah. Good. It's still good.
Okay. I'll grill you on that later.
I forgot as well. I did actually start a new show. It's on Amazon Prime. If you have Prime, it's free. But it's called Jury Duty, and basically it's everything is fake. Like everybody's an actor. It's like a completely fake case, fake judge. Like literally everybody involved is fake. Except one dude who has no clue, like no idea that it's like a setup.
That's an interesting premise.
Yeah, so it's actually like it's really funny. I'm about to start the last episode actually as soon as I get off here. I'm gonna go watch that, but it's been super funny so far. And there's a few like hidden things that people that have watched the show, like you could. Like I want a shirt that's like people that watch the show would recognize it, but also the meaning of the shirt within the show would also be like a red flag to some people. So I can't elaborate much on it because it would spoil the joke. But it's really funny.
All right.
You said Amazon Prime. I thought you were about to say The Boys. I was like, oh, let's go.
Oh, I love The Boys. They're about to drop a trailer for season 4 of it.
Yeah, they got done filming season 4 like 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, this time last year we got the trailer for season 3, and that's season 3 was like literally one of my favorite seasons of TV ever. I love The Boys.
Damn.
Big The Boys fan.
I started watching Ted Lasso last week. Cause honestly, like through the dumbest means, they had like a little promo in FIFA where they can get like a little Ted Lasso pack, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Started watching the show. It's on Apple TV Plus, so I know a lot of folks don't have it. Good show, funny show, just like really wholesome, like feel good television. I ended up watching through the entire first season already. Pretty funny, big fan.
Caleb started munching on the popcorn again. His dog like looked over like intently.
I know we've all been taking fucking breaks, but I'm gonna need one real quick.
Oh,
Damn.
Wait, are we wait, no, it's the final, it's the end.
all right. And
Dude,
your
I don't know. I'm
fucking
not gonna make it to
bathroom breaks.
fan mail. I'll be back.
Let's
All
fucking
right,
roast each other.
all right.
Hey, it's been a long.
talk about-
It's been a long one. It's fine. I don't blame him.
Can we talk about how good
Oh
this
my
is? Or
God.
Cody.
I'm back. I'm coming. There we go.
I was gonna bring out how every night we got like NHL and NBA. We got like 8 screen stream. Well, I shouldn't say that. Never mind.
Yeah, it's
Anyways,
the best time of
we're
the year for sports.
Copyright infringement.
We're all following along together in Discord, and it's been a great time the last like 3 weeks, and it's probably taken a couple years off my life, but we've been having a good time. So shout out to the Panthers. Dude, Panthers last night scoring that goal with 50 seconds to go.
Oh my
like,
God. I've never been so hard in my life.
Like Slap was ready to kill somebody. He's like, and then they get the goal. He's like, "Oh, we're so fucking back. We're so back. Like, let's go."
Yeah, I will say, like, I've never watched hockey before, but
Playoff hockey
like
is
this,
nut.
yeah, this like the playoff period of hockey, like as a casual fan, is so good. Like I literally want to get like a Maple Leafs hat, yeah, like Cody was saying, and just like root for the boys. Like,
All
while
the
we're
good
making-
ones are like $40+.
Yeah, dude, the NHL is so much better than the NBA. Like, fuck the NBA playoffs. God damn it. Like, what a fucking letdown.
When they let them play, it's fantastic. Like that Lakers Wolves game, I'm telling you, it was one of the greatest Wolves games ever. And I called it while we were watching it. But every game we watched since, it was
And
like
then
whistle,
we watched
whistle,
the Kings,
whistle.
the Kings Warriors game. They let them play, but like the Kings just shit the bed at home.
Yeah,
It was awful.
bricked every shot. Yeah.
I hate basketball. Please give me more hockey. March Madness should involve like the NBA, just like doing decimation, just take out like 1/10 of the roster.
Found a question.
I wonder, like, if you had to rank playoffs, like by sports, like which one is the most entertaining, which one's the least entertaining, where all the sports would match up. Because I feel like it's hockey, football,
Baseball.
I don't know about baseball. Yeah.
Basketball is probably above baseball. If
I would say baseball and football are down at the bottom because football is just like
You don't like
the what.
You don't like
the
NFL?
wild card games, like, dude, I don't give a fuck. These people are like not even gonna fucking make it.
I know
that
the
deep.
Panthers haven't been worth rooting for in 8 years.
The last what? okay, this past year it was both the one seeds, but the Bengals made the Super Bowl a few years ago. The Buccaneers played on playoff weekend the year they went to this and won the Super Bowl.
Fuck
The
the
Rams played
Buccaneers.
on wild card weekend. Wild card
weekend. I'm not even paying attention. Fuck wild card weekend. It's not even
That's
worth
weird.
talking about.
Glove.
Hey Cody, remember the coin that didn't flip?
Yeah, remember the punt block team that didn't block? Remember the fucking the defense that didn't like stop Larry Fitzgerald in 2 plays after completing 2 back-to-back fucking Hail Mary?
Hey, what about that
Brandon
one time
Bostic that didn't
Scotty
block
Miller
his dude?
blew by Kevin King?
Yeah, I know. I hate my life. I want to die. Rub it in more.
Yeah, remember when the Bucks got beat by an 8 seed like 2 days ago?
Yeah. Remember when the Vikings never won a Super Bowl ever, despite going to fucking 4 in the same decade and losing every single one of them?
I just want to mention when we ranked playoffs that NASCAR wasn't even in the question.
Because they're not a real sport. They're entertainment. I put NASCAR in the same category I put WWE at this point. It's sports entertainment. It's not actual fucking competition. It's just all manufactured.
I love the Zoomer
stages.
kids.
It's all for ratings.
I love the Zoomer kids who are just like, oh, NASCAR is like, it's entertainment first, it's sports second. And then they also say out of the same breath, like, oh, NASCAR's got the best drivers ever. And they're like, it's total skill. It's like, no. You don't get to have it both fucking ways. It's either one or the other. Make up your fucking mind.
I will say, I've been going back and watching a bunch of like late 90s, early 2000s Cup recently, and like the atmosphere of it is so much different than it is today.
It's all real. It's all authentic.
Yes.
Did you see that post by NASCAR Men History, like today in history, the 1994 Talladega Winston 500? Oh, dude, it's so fucking crazy. Like Ernie Irvin, Michael Waltrip in the 30 Pennzoil car, Jimmy Spencer in the McDonald's car, and Dale Earnhardt. These dudes just like juking and jiving. Like they got some suck, and they're just like going around each other. They're like passing each other like 4 times. They're passing for the lead in like the last 5 laps. Like it's crazy as shit. And they're coming up on laps traffic. And like dudes are making like death-defying fucking moves going into the corner and shit, and they're like, God damn, like who the fuck looked at this? Like, you know what, this got to change. We got to change this. This is bad.
Brian France Jr., the coked up alcoholic. That's who.
I will say.
I'll tell you who fucked it up. That 94 package was great. You want to know who fucked it up? The 1996 Ford Thunderbird. It was too slick. It was too slick. The 95 Monte Carlo was too slick through the air. You want to go watch those Talladega races, 96, 97? They're fucking boring as shit. Mark Martin won the 1997 Winston 500, fastest race ever. Boring as shit, single file, nobody could pass, no suck. Awful. Plate racing was stupid and just degenerate until like 2000 when they put the wicker in. And then all of a sudden they got like good as shit.
No, I will say a few weeks ago we turned on. I was trying to get like an old school Cup race, but not one we were gonna sit at for like 4 hours. So I turned on the Winston from like 1999 or 2000. I don't remember what year it was. But like this whole thing, Mark Martin.
Oh my god, I opened my camera and it crashed Discord. Are you kidding me? Wow. Look, we've been here before.
Same thing happened to him that happened to me. His Discord crashed when he tried to turn his face cam back on.
Discord is a functional program.
Yeah. But as I was saying, Mark Martin was like dominant car of the day, driving good. And it was like, I think 20 laps to go in stage 2 or something, or not stage 2, the second segment or whatever of the All-Star race. And Tony Stewart just comes through and fucking drives through him and kills him. And we're all like, oh my God, Mark Martin is like, this is the dominant car of the day. And Tony Stewart just killed him.
hated Tony Stewart for the rest. I still fucking hate him. You fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, he
fucking little
killed him.
Midwestern fucking cocksucker. You fucking little bastard coming into NASCAR, wrecking Mark Martin, second year of his career. Fucking goes in there and just wrecks him in the All-Star race. You piece of fucking shit. And took out Ward Burton in the same move. Two fucking veterans, and you wreck both of them. You fucking
it was literally
piece of
like
shit.
It was like the restart.
I will burn your house down. I swear to God.
Jesus
I will come in
Christ.
with a samurai sword and
Dude, yeah, it was literally like 5 laps later, like on the
it was a good
restart.
time.
And he just fucking, like on the restart, kills Ward Burton and Jeff Gordon and all of them. It's like, holy shit.
Hey, real quick, while I was on the toilet, we got some Drip or Drown live updates coming at you.
What?
Hey, yo.
RFK dropped 2 paint
Is this what
schemes.
took so
I want to see
long?
these pictures. Oh.
Apparently getting raced at Kansas. Chris Buescher is running a bodyguard car.
What's
Is that Hemi Head? I'm pretty sure that's Hemi Head. That's a horrible font.
In my head.
Show you a hit.
It's literally the Brad like Fastenal gray car, but with some orange shit on it and like just a horrible logo.
Yeah, this shit sucks. Drown.
That's a fat drown. I mean, the number's probably gonna look cool. I like the like orange kind of gold kind of chrome look. See how that looks, but yeah, the logo's horrible. And Brad will be running a King's Hawaiian Guardians of the Galaxy combo.
That's kind of sick, actually.
So it's gonna be orange on the front with the King's Hawaiian
Look at the
stuff.
King's Hawaiian crowns on the A pillar.
And then it's gonna have like a galaxy
And the fender.
effect across the rest of the car with the Guardian dudes and Crisp Rat on the fucking side.
I will say they missed a big opportunity on the driver's side of the door. There's a bunch of unused space right above that wheel well to like fucking blow up like some of the Guardians and just like put them
Yeah,
there.
so they've got the logo on one side, and then they've got the dudes on the other,
With a
and then
very
the little
small
logo.
That's
Weird.
Kind of weird. They also have they're called pillars, just as like
Stripes.
different parts of the stars, I guess. Like the most subtle it's ever
yeah.
been.
They stand for R, F, and K.
Anyway, I guess we'll see how that looks when it's wrapped.
Like shit.
Yeah.
Caleb,
Probably not wrong.
go to hell.
What are you gonna do? Get a samurai on me?
Yeah. I'm gonna send a
All right.
Japanese nationalist to your house to fucking kill you.
Get the samurai sword.
With that,
Send in
your fucking glove.
Send in your fucking samurai.
in your fucking mail. Send them in,
Send them in,
guys.
guys.
Wash your fucking hands.
Slice and dice,
I don't
guys.
give a fuck, man.
Let us
You
know
better
who we
send
should
those
samurai
emails
in the
at
next
this point.
episode.
Welcome to fan mail.
How does it feel knowing your
Fan
lack
mail.
of hand washing
Fan
hygiene has been
fan
memed
mail.
into a song and a jingle?
we got to put it on a
I know
shirt.
who my enemies are now.
I got to figure out how to put that onto a shirt. Should I just say like "wash your hands" on the front?
Wash your fucking hands, slap, diabolical master plan.
I just got 6 emails from Twitter telling me I've logged into an account. Very cool.
Yeah, it's a few
This
hours
is
too
me
late.
trying to log into my fucking account. Every time I tried, it would send me an email and be like, "Hey, you logged in." Even though it
Speaking of
didn't work.
emails, let's get into email and I get sidetracked again.
If you want to send us questions, comments, concerns, or hit targets, send it to ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com and we will read them on the show.
How long has this podcast been? Like 3 hours?
It's going on like an hour 45.
It's been an hour 37. It's not even that long.
It's longer than the Dover race, it feels like.
All right. Harley Payne has sent another email.
How many emails we got?
4.
we gotta
He's
record.
struggling.
We gotta record Slap before we start a show because he does the same thing before we go live. He's like, "Let's just get this fucking thing started." Like, what?
The fucking
Harley Payne sends an email and he says, "What are your top 5 things in general?" And his number 1 is Optimus Prime, so we may have to move on to the next email.
Top 5 what?
Things.
Things.
And number 1 was Optimus Prime.
I think that was a
That's
meme
bait,
question.
That's bait.
Emma.
It's bait.
That was
Yeah.
definitely
The
a
next
meme
one
question.
is
Yeah, my
bait.
number
don't
one's
think-
oxygen. My number 2 is
If he mentioned
food.
Optimus Prime, that was definitely a meme question.
Yeah, that was bait.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next.
Well played.
Favorite Transformer, guys.
Well played. Well played.
You know, which Transformers cock's your
All
favorite?
right, next.
I did get kind of triggered. Not gonna lie.
All right. Andrew R, a friend from Down Under, writes in. He says, Arvo, all y'all. Last week on Dripper Drown featured Tony Stewart in what looks like a bathrobe and holding a cup of tea. I think that kicks butt and takes names. So Andrew's a fan. Can we just admit that NASCAR needs a full-on Itasha car at some point and have something like Hatsune Miku on the side? Maybe they could make proper use of those dang cartoony driver graphics at the end of stages.
Yeah,
what
do
about-
like one for Taylor Swift?
No, they can't make a Hatsune Miku car. That shit's gonna end up in a jar.
Jesus Christ.
I would do the jar meme.
I was gonna
100%. I would do that for clout. I would do that for clout. I'll put that as a short.
There's gonna be
name.
a fucking Red Bull slush somewhere.
The
Jesus.
Red Bull slush is
CMR.
deep shrimp lore, by the way.
Yeah, they don't know about that. He mentions maybe put the Geico Gecko on a car. And also says that he's dodgy as all hell. So he doesn't trust him.
I'm
But
just
I,
thinking like an actual Geico commercial where the gecko ends up in a jar. It's like, oh, what am I doing in here? Like only the most terminally online degenerate would get the joke. It would like go completely over the head of like every boomer like watching it.
All right, we gotta stop jar posting. Come on, we gotta quit with the
Don't say come on. Like don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh my god, stop it.
don't do him like that.
Put him in a jar, mate.
You know, like that flat tire commercial. Like instead of getting help for the flat tire, he just gets abducted, put in a jar.
Tire. Welcome to Jar World, motherfucker.
That has to be the name of the podcast. Is
That's
Welcome to Jar World.
Jesus Christ.
Cody,
We're getting off
Cody
track.
might not make it. Cody might not make it. Go to the next email.
All right, next email comes in from Mr. Ass. He says, "Rip Shrimp Hours. I can't believe Shrimp Hours over. Get fucked, Lamau." All right, next one comes in from Carl, and he says, "Hi Shrimps, it's Carl from Boston again. First of all,
Let's see. You want to pop off on this one again?
in regards to DT saying that the Bruins are going to crush the Leafs, fuck. Two, there's been a number of YouTube comments from people who are not me about this topic, so I'm bringing this up in an email. Shit, that means I didn't do my job reading comments. My bad.
Oh no.
Do any of you follow the podcast Well There's Your Problem? There have been a number of half references to that podcast on this podcast, and I and some others in the audience are wondering if you know about it.
I can't say I have. Is that a Mythbusters reference?
I've actually never heard of that.
Me neither.
No.
The only thing I know that quote from is when Mythbusters used to go, "Oh, there's your problem." Like after someone they'd blow something up. That's
I've genuinely never heard of this.
Maybe great minds think alike.
yeah.
It's followed by 3 people that I know on Twitter, including Gabe Wood, Tank Catapult, and Christopher Leone. I don't recognize any of the people on this show.
Stomach.
Well, there's your problem.
Well, there's your problem. They have a Patreon. How much money are they making?
$5 per episode.
Oh my god, they make a lot of money. Wait, we gotta make a Patreon.
The Get DT to Indie Patreon. Send in your fucking
It's a
money.
master plan.
Damn, they getting money on Patreon.
Damn, DT shit.
We might have to make a master plan Patreon. Well, we're gonna have to make content for that. We'll see.
This is the last
Anyway.
episode.
Yeah, this is the last
I think
episode
this
ever.
is the last episode.
Yeah.
We gotta kill this thing after this. This is
We try every week.
I don't know if there's any coming back from jar posting.
This started as one of the greatest podcasts, and then that happened.
There's this jar posting and then the fantasizing of killing Japanese communists.
Oh shit.
Is that it? We're going to Jar World after this.
Welcome to Jar World.
Welcome to Jar World.
That's it.
Card in Jar World.
I have no way to outro this show, but
There are no
it's the last
words.
episode ever.
The brakes fell off immediately. We immediately started talking about surgeries when there was a segment on that. It's all over.
Showing our massive body scars.
Yeah, when Slap lifted his shirt and just there's a fold right through the middle of his belly, I was like, damn.
Body scars would have been a good one, but welcome to Jar World.
There's like 5 potential titles for this one, but Jar World's the best.
Thanks for being here in this momentous occasion, the last
sorry
ever
for making
episode
you
of
watch
Shrimp Hours.
Brownsville Blackout would have been pretty good, but there's so much other good shit.
Bye.
We'll be seeing you.